Hey guys, how's it going? What's up? What's up? Thank you for meeting me here live. Ha ha, this is it. We are on and popping. Thank you so much for coming in, signing in, and checking me out. My name is Gunterman. Uh, I've been doing this relationship thing for about 11 years now. I've been on this relationship journey for 11 years. I went through a divorce and I needed answers. It didn't make any sense. How could I be successful in business, successful in connecting and being there for my family, as far as mom, dad, two sisters, my daughter. So it was real discouraging, if that's a good word, for myself to go through a divorce, a breakup. Me not doing the right things. Getting to the place where we were just kind of coexisting. You know, Similar belief systems because we both believed in God, but in truth, I know I wasn't applying it, the truth of the word to my life. I wasn't the leader. I wasn't taking that position of being the peacekeeper, if that's a good word. I share that often that, we men were supposed to be the peacekeeper. We're the ones that's supposed to spot the things that are going on and going wrong inside of a relationship. And we're supposed to go about figuring out how to make things better, how to bring back the peace, or how to keep the peace. And that's not just by ignoring what you're feeling on the inside, is sometimes getting down and dirty and digging up what's going on. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? So it's amazing. So here I am, 10 years, 11 years removed from that. And I'm doing seminars. I'm sharing, my life, the things that I've gone through, the ups and downs, the highs, the lows. And if you see my life on social media, I have a lot of highs. But they all start to blend. That's the truth of it. If you only had a handful of highs, you're gonna really stand out to you, the highs. But thanks be to God. I've had a lot of highs. Became a dancer while I was in high school, and then from there I went on tour with certain artists, traveling all over the place, developing a real unique perspective about life, love, living, and how to deal with people, how to interact, and to get to the place where you're happy with your life. And that's truly where I was. And then you stop applying the principles that and you find yourself continuing to fall short over and over. You start to doubt yourself. You put yourself in situations that push you emotionally over what do you know is really right for your life. And that led me to wanting to know more, wanting to know how to do this love thing, how to do this relationship thing, how to do this living the real me thing, if that makes any sense. I should hope so. Like there's a real you in you, and it's not dependent on the opinions of others. It's not dependent on the validation of others. It's for myself, since I believe in God and I trust in Him. It's me and Him. It's me and His Word. It's me and getting to the place where I now see myself how He has made me to be. That the love is already existing inside me. I don't have to go looking for love. I am love. I don't have to give love with the expectation of getting love in return. No, I give love, and because I give love, I feel love. Yeah, does that make any sense to you? You're not looking for the thing to come back to you because the doing of it, you already love. So the doing of the thing is love. And it's amazing. It's freedom. It's real freedom where you're no longer tossed to and fro from all types of emotional turmoil. And it's not all turmoil. Sometimes you're just turned on by a certain situation or a certain person, and for you, it's all good. But is it best for your life? That's the question you have to answer. You ask yourself, is it best for your particular life? Is it best for the things that you're trying to accomplish? Is it best for the life that you see yourself living in the future? You know, even though when you think about the future, you can have set goals, you can have intentional living when you live intentionally instead of expecting. I'll do a sharing on that one day where the difference between being intentional and being expecting. And intentional is simply you going out there and you are initiating, you are out there making things happen. When you're expecting, you're kind of expecting something from the outside to bring it to you, something from the outside, bring it to you. Now, if you're expecting God to provide for you, hell yeah, take that. Take that 100%. Because he has promises in his word that he's telling you over and over again that you can trust on, you can rely on me. I will be a sufficiency in all things. As far as the east is to the west, I have removed your transgressions. So and I have sacrificed my son for you. So I love you, love you, love you, love you. And if you come to me with your sins and ask for forgiveness, then I don't even remember the stuff that you did in the past anymore. So it's this real freedom. So you're expecting something from God. Yeah, heck yeah. You do his word, you apply his principles, you expect that God is going to make sure things take place. But when I say intentional, I mean you yourself are going out there to doing something to make sure something amazing happens. You're out there making memories. Life, like you're happening to life and life's not just happening to you. So it's an amazing way to live. And if you ever wonder why I smile the way I smile and why I get into the things that I get into, need to be from the Red Cross or going to Carnival or being there with my mom and dad and hanging out with my sisters, my nieces and nephews, my daughter. It's a really amazing thing when you're freed up from the burdens of expecting the world around you to tell you that you're good, or expecting the world around you to tell you that, hey, you're doing it right. Nah. You can't rely on that because, when you look at the world is filled with so many different opinions about so many different things. How do you venture which one's right or which one's wrong for you? What's good and what's bad. I remember always using the example of like my ex-wife is Puerto Rican. And if you walked inside her house and you didn't give her family the bendiciones, you're in trouble. They're not happy about you not giving that bendición. Now, in my culture, there's no bendiciones. You walk in with a big smile. You make sure that you carry some food. So maybe that's our cultural thing. You don't go into someone's house empty hands, as they say, hands swinging. You always bring something. So maybe that is it. So in my mind, it's like, well, why would I give bendiciones? But no. You're not going in there trying to shift the culture. You show respect. And in that particular culture, you walk in that house and you see older adults, you better give that bendición. And I guess just like in my house, you come to my house for the first time, your hands ain't swinging. You bringing something, need to be a cake or juice or some type of beverage or something. So it's really amazing stuff that you learn from the culture around you and how to adapt. But you can't rely on people and their opinions on what's good and what's not good to kind of dictate what works for your particular life. Luckily I guess maybe since a kid, I've always had an interest in God. I remember even going to church by myself, and I was maybe 9 years old because my parents got tied up on a particular Sunday in the Bronx, New York. So I definitely had an interest in God. I remember going through stuff in elementary school, moving from the Bronx to Mount Vernon, New York, and there was a kid that used to bother me all the time. And I remember laying in bed once and just thinking, like, God, take care of this situation. I mean, I'm only what? How old are you when you're in fifth or sixth grade? And I remember at that moment, after praying that prayer, a calmness, a genuine tingling sensation, a calmness went over my body. And from that moment on, I was no longer afraid. So I've always walked with God in some way, shape, or form. So as I got older, I still had that same confidence and spring to my step that He is my standard. I need to read, I need to understand what He deems is right and what He deems is wrong, or what's not best for my particular life, because I want to live for Him. I want to be able to serve Him. I want to serve His people. I want to be my very best example to my parents, or be there for my sisters, or my nieces and nephews, my daughter in some particular way. It's it's amazing to have a particular standard to kind of give you, as the word says, gives you all things that pertain unto life and godliness. Life and godliness. That word life there is Zoe. Zoe. Life in all its fullness. Life in all its fullness. It teaches you how to not only develop a relationship with God, but also how to get the most out of life. And that's what that word of God is there for. So I'm equipped. I'm ready, you know, and I also know that I'm not alone. He's just so designed us in a way that we're to lean on His household. He has developed a household of people that believe, and they're out there striving to keep God first in all things. He's out there, they're out there doing it, and you're a part of that committee. You're a part of that group. You're part of that movement of people out there, not only looking out for themselves to succeed, but also their mindset is help someone else. Each one win one. Out there pulling the next one up. And it's an amazing way to live. So as you're out there living and not just simply existing, as you're out there giving, as you're out there serving, you know, these moments of troublesome highs and lows, God is going to send people. He's going to send certain situations your way. It could be, I don't know, it could be in a song, a lyrics to a song that sets your life in this new direction. It could be a turn of the page when you read something like, oh my God, or it could be a conversation with someone talking about a subject that has nothing to do with whatever you're going through, but you'll find that its principles about it that's going to answer your question. It's going to give you some type of leadership. So here I am once again. I'm actually just warming myself up for myself going live at 7:30. So I think I'm going to actually keep this and I'm going to present this to you guys. So guys, here's a little bit about me. I'm Gunterman, and I am so blessed to be a part of your world. Thank you for signing on, and I'll see you guys in a bit. All right? Peace.